Hello, anime lovers! So today I will recommend you top 5 upcoming anime that are finally getting a new seasons in 2024. They're definitely worth to give it a try. Let's start with number 5. The detective is already dead. The protagonist, Kimihiko Kimizuka, was born with a condition that naturally attracts him to troublesome situations, such as accidentally witnessing a drug deal and being at the site of crime scenes often enough to sometimes be considered a suspect. Trouble seems to find him around every corner. So it is no surprise when his rather normal flight suddenly enters a state of emergency with a dire need of a detective on board. On that flight, he meets a stunning silver-haired beauty going by the code name Siesta, a woman who proclaims herself to be a legendary detective. She unceremoniously drags Kimizuka into the case as her assistant. And for 3 years, they work together, finding and solving an innumerable number of cases. Unfortunately, after 3 years, he is extremely bothered by the fact that he is called a detective. After all, the detective is already dead. Good news for all the fans. A second season of The Detective Is Already Dead is anticipated to release in 2024. Number 4. The Cafe Terrace and Its Goddesses. Hayato Kasukabe, an orphan who had moved to Tokyo for high school. Receiving news of his grandmother's death, Hayato returns to his childhood home for the first time in 3 years and inherits her cafe. He aims to demolish the cafe and convert it into a parking lot. There, he discovers 5 women who had been working for the cafe, as well as living under his grandmother's care. They naturally refuse to give up the place they call home. They convince Hayato to change his mind. Through this encounter, Hayato eventually remembers his past with his grandmother, as well as his love for the cafe. After seeing their struggles and learning of their bond with his grandmother, he decides to reopen the cafe for business. Now resolved to carry on his grandmother's legacy, Hayato enlists the girls to act as the goddesses that will ensure the preservation of this precious abode. A second season of the Cafe Terrace and Its Goddesses is set to premiere in July 2024. Number 3. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? After growing bored of their realms, the gods of multiple pantheons descended to Earth, where they created groups called Familia. The story takes place in a city called Orario, where adventurers hunt monsters in a place called Dungeon. A new adventurer, Bel Cranel, a naive young man who hopes to become the greatest adventurer in the land after his fateful encounter with the goddess Hestia, his dreams become a little closer to reality. With her support, he embarks on a fantastic quest, but his life was saved by a swordswoman who has then become the source of Bel's determination to get stronger. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Focuses on Bel's quest to becoming one of the strongest adventurers. The series Season 5 will pick up from Volume 15. It will be releasing in the spring of 2024. Number 2. Our Last Crusade or the Rise of a New World. As a war rages on between a machine-based empire and a magic-focused empire, the war still going strong for more than a century. In the present day, a master swordsman from the empire named Iska and the Ice Calamity Witch from Nebulous ruling family, Alice Lisa, meet on the battlefield, determined to kill each other. As circumstances continuously conspire to bring them together, Iska and Alice begin to wonder if they can find peace with each other at first, and through this, create a path to bring an end to this war. Will their romance bring an end to their nation's conflict? Thankfully, Our Last Crusade, Season 2 was confirmed to be in production. The second season will pick up where the previous season left off, and it is set to premiere in 2024. Number 1. Ascendance of a Bookworm. The story follows Urano Motosu, a college student who ends up dying in an unforeseen accident. She almost fulfills her dream job of becoming a librarian. With her dying breath, she wishes to be reincarnated in a world where she can read books forever. When she regained consciousness, she was reincarnated as a young girl named Maine, the daughter of a poor soldier. But as long as she had books, she didn't really need anything else. However, books were scarce and belonged only to the nobles. Maine, retaining her memories from her previous life, decides to create and print her own books so that she can read again. This new adaptation will be the 4th season of the following series, as it already has 3 previous seasons. The series is anticipated to release in 2024. If you want part 2, let me know in comments. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.